Day 17. I got people sleeping over there, so I'll talk to you when I'm out. Good morning. That photo was the same photo, just taken in night mode and not in night mode. I waited in my tent for the longest time for the sun to start doing its thing, because the climb is only a quarter mile away, and I didn't want to sit there in the cold, because it is very, very cold. But that poor kid, Colton, is freezing his ass off. Well, that's how we learn. I hope he doesn't die. I am almost packed up. I just have 2 items that are kind of noisy, so I was waiting. Tie bag and my tarp. But it is that time. And we're off. Still trying to be really quiet because it's really quiet out here. I don't want to wake them up. I don't want to get my feet all cold and wet early in the morning, man. I mean, they're already cold and wet from yesterday. I put on wet socks this morning and put my feet in wet shoes. My toes hate me right now. Okay, the trail. Whew. Oh, the rest of my body feels nice and warm, except for all of my little phalanges. Every single one of them hurts in its own unique way. I'm glad my toes are tougher than my fingers, though. Because my fingers hurt right now. My toes are actually kind of past the point of pain. They're just like a burning sensation right now. And everything will warm up soon enough. Sun will be up any time now. This is the part of the wall you don't really get to see much of, because this thing is in the way. We'll get up to the top of it, we'll be able to see in both directions. But I believe this is the shorter expanse of the wall. Total length, I believe, is 12 miles. So in a rare event, I'm going off trail on purpose. And unfortunately, I have to bring my bag with me because there's just too many large animals, and I wouldn't trust that my pack would be there when I get back. I don't know how long I'll spend up here. It might be really nice, and I'll hang out for a bit. Or it might suck and be windy and cold. And I'll take a few pictures and leave immediately. Look at them colors. Good times. I decided to ditch the pack at this point because I figure nothing comes up here except us. Maybe some goats. Fuck yeah, that's a gorgeous cloud enhance. Look at that beauty. How long that thing goes for? Yeah, this is definitely the smaller half. Gorgeous. Okay, this is about as high as we get. This is where me and Count posed for pictures last time. Yeah, timed it really well. I won't get to see the sun peak because it'll happen behind this mound. But that's cool, man. I just wanted to watch some color changes from up here. I do declare a safety meeting. And then we just watch the splendor happen before us. Be nice if a piece of the wall fell off while we're here. You know, I'd like to watch that. That section looks ready to crumble over there. Enhance. Yeah, that piece is ready to go. It was up here. You can tell it was. It slipped out of there. These rocks are the only thing holding it back. I'd watch. I'd be happy with a really large boulder too. Just one, you know, but a whole rock slide would be cool. Okay, let's head back to the backpack. Yeah, I could climb up there. In my youth, I would have. There's totally a climbable path up there, at least to that ledge. And I was like, why would I want to do that? In my 20s, I might have done it. My 30s, I might have done it. No longer. See, all these boulders fell. I'd love to watch one of these huge boulders fall. You look like you're ready to go, man. All right there. Come on, dude, just jump. 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 By the color of that cloud, I can tell you that the sun is up. And it actually feels a lot nicer out here. I might do a little wardrobe change. I believe a tree once lived here. Whoop. Watch where you're going, dude. Should have brought one of my poles. What was I thinking? Oh, the sunlight has just touched the top of the cliffs. I'm headed down, so it might take a little while to hit me. Oh, it's all pink over there too, and it's beautiful. It is a beautiful day. Unfortunately, I can't fit the reflection and the cliff in the photo at the same time because the lake or swamp or whatever is too small. Very, very clear water though. Would drink. See, all that stuff fell down. I didn't get to watch that. It is really cold down here. It was much, much warmer up on that big rock. Come on, Bob, work your magic. We only have little low clouds right now. Come out and annoy me. Make me regret asking you to come out. Because I know I will. Where is the trail? There's all these little trails running all over the place, man. Oh, I'm assuming through here. They built us a nice little bridge out of the rocks. We're all slip sliding in the mud here, but somebody slipped really good. I wonder, but they went down. I was looking for like a hand print, but there's just tons of rodent prints. Tons of rodent prints. It's hard to avoid the mud. Because you avoid the mud, you have to go into the foliage, and the foliage is still wet. If we have no more rain, maybe tomorrow morning I can put on clean, dry socks. Because I'll have dry shoes. Well, it's a big if. Clouds don't come in and block Bob off. Block Bob. I'll dry my shoes out at lunch. Should be nice to have dry shoes. It's been a little while. Look at that beautiful little collection point. So easy to get water here. It's a cute little stream. Oh my God, it's already 7:20. I just went off trail. Not very far though. It just looked like the most likely trail. But yeah, I did just pass an intersection, so I was checking as I was walking, and it takes a second to update. This is where I'm supposed to be. Came up from there, and I'm supposed to go up here. Ooh, it smells really nice here. I was a little bit away and I heard this stream, but it's got kind of a, I don't know, base to it. I thought it was a rock jiggling loose, so I'm back over there just a little bit, just staring at the side like, where's dust coming from? What's coming loose? And then I'm like, hold on, no, that's not a rock. Tease. I know to see a really good rock slide, I gotta come in the middle of winter. That's when they happen. You'll never see me in Montana in the winter. I don't feel all that hungry, but I smell breakfast on the wind, I swear. Pancakes, bacon and eggs. I know there's no pancakes, bacon, and eggs out here. But every once in a while, I definitely catch a whiff of it. I could go for some pancakes right now. But I prefer a waffle. Let's count the rings. Oh, 223? That's a lot of rings. I found the other half of this log to sit on. Yeah. I'm just chilling here for a moment. Didn't even take the backpack off. A nice living, breathing forest. Very few dead. It's nice to see. Well, the sun is beginning to burn my moneymaker. I'm gonna have a little seat on this rock, pull out my hat. Might as well have a safety meeting. I'm already here. I'm taking the backpack off, so shit. Why not? Seems like a great spot for it. I got to poo at the Chinese wall. Wasn't any tree cover very close though. I had to go for a little walk. And we got a couple more miles of this and then, well, that's all she wrote. It looks like snow up there to me. I don't know if it'll show up. See that dot right there in the center? Very flat, very white. Sure looks like snow, nothing growing out of it. But I've been cooled before. It is the broken down, old worn out section of the wall. Look, that end piece over there done broke off. It's not nearly as smooth as the rest of it either. This area takes a beating more than the others or something. It was really nice walking through here, being able to carry 1 liter and passing up water. After the first, 2 weeks of just going from puddle to puddle, this was great. Really helped out with my weight on my back as well. Here's our last look. Look, that fresh spot just fell off, and I didn't get to see it. Off into the woods we go. By China Wall. Chinese Wall. Yeah, Chinese Wall. The name just sounds racist. I think some rednecks are coming through and like, I bet this is bigger than that Chinese Wall. And the name just stuck. You can see the Great Wall. Yeah, that seems fitting. It is a Great Wall. Nope. That damn there Chinese Wall. Made in China. That's probably why it's leaking all over the place. Got all that water coming out of it. Pieces falling off. If that shit was made here in America, it wouldn't be happening. It is very lush and green and flowery. There's high clouds blocking the sun a bit, diffusing its strength. I'm going downhill. I've been doing uphill for a while. Man, look at all them happy shrooms. That's a huge bunch. Look at that size reference. Bet they're not edible. Oh, there's another big cluster. They look like bread rolls to me, man. I'd eat them. Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah, I bet they're poisonous. Yeah, I think I'm getting up really close to the yellow line. Spotted Bear Pass or something like that. Spot no bears. Well, we'll take a break at the pass. Because it's been uphill for a minute. Going slow. Oh no, I was wrong. The pass is still over 2 miles away. I'm just going slow. Let's get even out real soon. There's only another 100 feet of gain over the next 2 miles. So I'm going to level out here soon. Real soon. No, real soon. Almost there. Real soon. We got some lakeside camping over here. Bet that thing is a mosquito fest at the right time of year. Not horrible camping. I see a spot that I would hang. I wonder if there's fish in it. How do we get there if there are? It's definitely gotten overcast. It is nice to still have the sun's warmth, but not cooking it. Just makes me leery that a storm is coming. I can't see far enough in any direction to be able to tell. This was closed for fire just the other year. Just according to comments. Well, and you can tell. Finally, we have arrived at Spotted Bear Pass. Ooh, I think I'm going to take a break, maybe have lunch. Spotted Bear River. Yeah, I'm at least going to take a break here. That was a post at one point. It's got huge nails in it. Wonder if they had like an informational kiosk here or something. No hunting. I decided to carry on. I'm going to try to find water as well so I can filter while I take a lunch. Now, I do remember this trail last time was overgrown up to my nipples. So, kind of expect that. Hopefully it doesn't rain so I don't get wet from my nipples down. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Whose Poop Is It? Okay, somebody's been eating a lot of berries, I can tell you that. It's not very big. But I don't know who did that. And if you all know, let me know. Well, the winds are changed and I believe a storm is coming. Everything just kind of changed. And I just unloaded all of my stuff out of my backpack. But I got to filter water, and there is literally no place to hide if it starts raining. There's nowhere for me to throw up a tarp. There's way too much vegetation. So I guess if it starts raining, I'd keep my eye out for a good place to tarp. So I ain't walking in the rain if I don't have to. Now let's eat lunch real quick while it's still dry. The sky doesn't appear to be getting any darker, and I can't tell if the clouds are getting thicker just because it's almost a solid sheet of gray. There is a campsite in another 3 miles. I think I remember it. It'll be all overgrown, and then off to our right, a little trail leading down to it. Downhill a little bit. It's weird what details you do remember and what you don't. And after you walk so much trail, Jesus, look how overgrown this is. But after you walk so much trail, it all becomes kind of, almost went down, but not quite. So yeah, it all melds together in your mind. I'm confused on what happened on what trail. I have memories, but I don't know exactly where they happened. I should just accept it that my feet are going to get wet. Yeah, I just fuck it. I mean, my feet weren't really dry, but they are definitely wetter than they were. Trekking poles are almost worthless. These are all berry bushes. Not exactly sure what kind of berry, but they are pretty big. I'm willing to bet those are edible. I've probably eaten them before. Is it just a blueberry? I'm not going to even fuck with it though. I don't know my plants well enough just going around eating berries off of shit. Well, it looks like that over there. Yeah, next time I take a break, I'm putting one of my trekking poles away. Keep one out just for stability on the little water crossings and stuff. And there was a shit ton of deep mud back there, which made me glad I already stepped in water, because then I could just slog through the mud instead of trying to find a way to pick around it. But this isn't even what I remember as the overgrown section. Or maybe it is. It was on our way out that morning. So yeah, I guess it is this-ish area coming down the side of this hill. You're headed up the side of this hill, and man, I was just getting soaked. But I remember them being taller than this, so there will be sections where they're taller. I'm fairly certain. I don't remember them being berries. I remember them being bigger, leafier things. Things that hold a lot of water. I'm playing music just because I can't see very far, so I want to be constantly making noise. Right now I got a little BTO playing. It's all at random. I have it on shuffle. There's a few thousand songs on this thing. So I don't even know what's going to play. Seems to be lighter out. Yeah, I got a shadow and everything. It'd be really nice to not have a storm down here. Let the leaves be dry. Oh, yeah, I slept and went down earlier. Totally did. Just to one knee. I don't know if that fully counts. But yeah, it got a little hectic. That other tree caught this dead tree, like boom. Whoa, damn! Ow! I went down on camera. Ow! 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 Yeah, that happened. That happened. Anything break? Nah, that's why we got a phone case, man. Ow, limp it off, dude. Just limp it off. Okay, I'm going back to music. Sounds like big water. Well, I guess comparatively, huh? Now, what do most people do? Go over, walk across all that stuff? I'm just going to stand here for a moment. Let it soak in. Clean out some of the old stuff. Wiggle my toes around, Be good and clean. My pant legs are really dirty, too. The cool water is probably good for my ankle. I like all the red rocks. Okay. Break time's over. Back to work. Yeah, this is more what I remember. There is a trail. And it is cut very well. Nothing's growing out of it, but everything's growing from the sides. Whoa. So that you can't quite see the trail. And the trail is sloppy wet, of course. And angular. Lots of erosion has occurred. Ah, spiderweb to the forehead, a whole one, not just like a little spiderweb. That was like a whole orb weaver's web. Just chilling on my forehead. Oh, I can feel it in my hair. You know there was a spider on it, but it was an teensy one. Should know he's up there somewhere. I'll scrape him off on that. Whoa, next bush. Man. I'm already walking slow as it is, Don't speed me up at all. Come on, man. Hey, see there, it's clear for a second. Yeah. Okay, right back to it. We got this, man. Who's got wet shoes? I don't have to worry about all that taking my shoes on and off to avoid getting wet thing. Oh, it feels nice. I wonder if that's the same char, because there was a fire right there that some dude left burning. Like, he took off with his horses. We ran into him as he was leaving, and like, we're sitting here taking off our shoes, and I look over and that thing's just still burning. I bet you that's the same fire. Nice little campsite. But there's a bigger one up here in like 0.3, I believe. Yep, this is the campsite. You'd never really know, but yeah, technically there's a trail that leads all the way in there. I'm gonna go sit on the log down there for a few minutes, rest my feet. See what this thing wants to do. It sprinkled on me a minute ago, well, 5 minutes ago, but still I got sprinkled on. I don't like that. Well, that's a little unusual. Rifle case. Oh no, that's a chair. Okay, I thought it was it looked like a rifle case from this thing, but no, it's just somebody freaking carried this stupid big ass chair down here. Why? So there's another campsite in 6 miles. So that's what we're gonna head towards. It's only 2 o'clock, so as long as it doesn't start raining on me or anything. Oh, the clouds are getting thicker, aren't they? At least I can see definition in them now. But still, we're gonna try to walk the 6 miles to the next campsite. I don't think we'll find much random camping in between the actual campsites, but you know, hey, maybe. But there's a lot of vegetation down here, man. So Count and I went from this campground, and you know he doesn't wake up early, and we walked from here out of here in one day. You know, and the sun was still shining and whatnot when we were done. It's taken me 2.5 days to get this far. Well, the first day wasn't really a full day. It was only 7 miles, but still, I'm on day 3 back. We did that in one day, easy peasy. I want to be like that crawler again. Yeah, the clouds are definitely getting darker. And they're moving pretty quick. And whatever's in that direction is coming straight at me. But I don't know. Could be blue skies over there for all I know. More than likely not. So let's get 'em moving. 6 miles to go. None of these thistles will ever flower. I wonder what happens to their seeds. Are they still viable even though the flower doesn't bloom? And they're getting pollinated. Or does that count as a bloom? Get it. Get it. They always have all these ones on the side. I've never seen any of those sprout. Never. The ones at the top hardly ever fully sprout. I think in all my time of taking pictures of them, I have one picture of one fully open. One single picture. I have some that are close. Whoa, almost fell. Ugh. But only one that is actually open. Okay. Slide hog our way through this crap for another 6 miles. I seem to remember the part we just went through being the worst of it last time. That's what my memory's telling me. But, we'll see. Rosy red cliffs. Well, the trail's definitely gotten better. And she's still overgrown, don't get me wrong. But at least I can still see my feet most of the time. And it's less sloppy than it was, at least for now. Like you can see going way back there, kind of, sort of. Forgot to put my pole away at the last break. Really regret that. They're catching on all sorts of plant life. Well, it's been really nice. I've been following the water downhill for a change. Normally when you're in kind of a canyon situation, you're going uphill. I'm sure when I do cut off to this, because somewhere up here I cut off to the right, I'm sure that'll be upriver or stream. But it's nice to get a little downhill going on for a while. It's a mellow, cruisy one at that. With a not too terribly overgrown trail. The next campsite I was headed towards is now only 3 miles away. And I believe that'll put me at a 17-mile day. Not too shabby. Okay, it's a little overgrown, but not too overgrown. At least I can see through this stuff. When you can't see through the shrubberies. When you can't see through the shrubberies, it stresses me out a little bit. Oh man, there's a lot of them though, isn't there? They're relentless. At this point, we don't need trail maintainers. We need gardeners. Scrubbing me clean with the power of leaves. Okay, look, we're in a clear section now. Good time. See? Not too overgrown, just like I said. Man, we got every kind of Christmas tree represented up in here. Very diverse forest of pine. More often than not, it seems, especially with pine, when you get into a pine forest, there's only one kind of pine. One kind of anything. Because pine often kill everything on the ground around it because their needles are acidic. Too acidic for most plants. But not here. We got ourselves another creek crossing here. Oh, we should sit down right here and take off our shoes. But we're not suckers. That's for suckers. Oh, it is a little chillier than the other ones. Ah, it's nice. It's nice. Clean that mud off. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh. Gonna lose my footing. Well, to step in the mud right here. Looks like a little patch of rocks. Ah, that was nice. I'd kick ass if it broke. Damn, somebody chopped this one down with an axe. Yeah, that must have totally been in their way. They're like, fuck that thing. Check out their aggression on it. That's a lot of chopping. Sounds like a rager. Doesn't really look like a rager though. Well, damn, going back looking at the map and doing a little math. Not my strong suit. But I've done over 18 miles today when I get to camp. Yeah, that's a better day. But it has been mostly flat. Yeah, there is that. But I still walked it. Uh-oh. Oh, they're looking dark, huh? Yeah, we better pick up the pace a little bit. At least it generally seems to wait for me to set up my tarp before it really starts raining. So far. Knock on wood and all that fun stuff. See if I can beat this storm to the campsite. I got my money on me. I am also making a big assumption that there will be trees for me to hang from. In this overgrown forest, there's just too many trees, but not enough for me to hang from. So hopefully they got 2 trees at least 12 feet apart. How about for 14 though? Okay, here we are. Not looking very good. Not a whole lot of trees. Well, there's more back here. Well, there's this crappy spot with all the rocks in it between that tree and that tree. And that might be my only option. I'm going to wander around just a little bit more to make sure I didn't overlook anything. I don't like that spot, but I'll take it. Definitely the end of my day. Nice to have such a close water source. So, yeah, right when I got done, went and filled this up, and now it's starting to sprinkle. Pretty much perfect timing. Filter my water, eat a little bit of food, maybe find a place. Yeah, I can actually bear bag off that tree right there. I think I will. Unless it starts raining really good. But if not, yeah, I'm going to hang my bear bag over there because that's a really easy branch to hit. And that sound means just in time. I just got my doors cinched, filtering my water. I'm about to change my shoes. But right when I was hammering in my last spike, I heard rain. At least it waits for me. I mean, there's at least that. Walking in the rain sucks. Hiding from the rain sucks. Waiting to walk again. Doesn't need to rain so much though, you know. I think it's overkill. Almost every day. How's poor Colton doing? I've thought about that kid a lot. I have. I know he's suffering his ass off and trying not to draw attention to himself for fucking up and coming out here without the right gear. He's trying to hold a brave face. I saw him out there shivering. I offered him a jacket, come inside the tent, all that. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. You are not good, man. This is how we learn. I'd still like to yell at the adults in his group for letting him come out like this. Like, yell at him. I like yelling at people. You know, like finger wagging and shit. Drop my voice a few octaves. take that guy's tent from him and give it to Colton. Like, this is your tent now. This guy tries to take it back, I'll come out the woods out of nowhere and get him. I'll get you. All right, let's cook something. I don't know what, man. I'm not really hungry. I'm gonna kind of dig through my bag and see if there's anything I want to put in my face. So it was just a little sprinkle. It came, it went, enough to get the rocks wet, but nothing real. I ended up putting my garbage in that tree. I got my jet boil hanging there. Those are my stinkiest items, so I take them the farthest. But my food is in this tree right here near my camp. Gotta have easy access, man. I gotta be able to hear it being assaulted, so I can come out and try to scare the bear off or something. I don't know. Can't let it have my food. I'm not here in the middle of nowhere. I need that shit. I'm still 5 days from town, from the Looking Glass. Maybe 2.5 if I was crawler of 2 years ago, but I am not. So I'm guessing 5. So unlike my other stove, when I took it on and off, there was always a hiss of gas. I always lost a decent amount of gas every time I took it on and off. This one goes on smooth. I lose no gas. And this attachment also, this is what I siphon gas with. It goes on without any gas loss. So I'm going to start having this on at night because it is also a flamethrower. If I push that button right there, out of that hole, it releases a lot of gas. And if I throw a lighter up to it, it shoots out a huge flame. And I will feel a little safer just having a flamethrower ready just in case, because everything is scared of fire. So I'm torn. Do I like all the solace out here or do I not? It all depends on the time of day, I guess. I am really enjoying being the only person out here. But it does make it scarier to sleep at night. When there's other people around, it's an odds game. But I am really enjoying just walking around and there's nobody around. I'm not going to see anybody. But I kind of like camping with people. Not a lot of people. Not like the AT where you show up in a Smoky Mountain shelter and there's literally 80 people. Not a fan of that kind of stuff. Oh, my neck popped. Yay. Yay. I'm trying to stay awake so that I don't wake up so early because I don't want to. This morning I woke up at 1:30. And I knew I wasn't going back to sleep. So I just laid there for a while and then started making coffee. But I sat in my tent for a good 3 hours just sitting there doing nothing. Because I wanted to watch the sunrise up at that one spot. So, and it was too early to go out regardless. I don't want to be hiking in the dark out here. I mean, a little bit here and there, one thing, but not at 1:30. I don't want to be out there for 5-6 hours before the sun comes up. But yeah, I'd like to sleep into a more regular time, like 5 a.m. or something. So I'm doing my best to stay awake, but man, I'm already fading. There's just nothing to entertain me, You sit here and think, then your eyelids start getting droopy, and you smoke a little pot, and then your eyelids get a little droopier. And you're like, hey man, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And then you go to sleep, man. And then you wake up the next day and you hike some more. That's how it goes. But yeah, let's try to sleep in a little bit. 5 a.m., man. Shoot for 5. Anything better than 1:30, man. That was just way too early. But sometimes when you wake up, you're not going back to sleep. That wasn't a quick pee and go back to sleep. I'm up. Plus, I did kind of want to sneak out before the father-daughter woke up. Let them have their thing. And, I like being that guy that disappears in the middle of the night. You're like, where did he go? I didn't even hear him. That guy's like a ninja or something. No wonder they call him Nightcrawler. Yeah. That's how it works in my mind, at least. I'm sure they were like, "Oh, thank God that weirdo's gone." I mean, I didn't communicate a whole lot with them, but I could tell that they thought I was weird. They seemed so wholesome. Wholesome is the word I was looking for yesterday. Yeah, they seemed like a wholesome little family unit. But good on them. Seeing an 18-year-old girl out hiking with her dad or camping or whatever they're doing, one of the two, maybe a little of both. 18-year-old girls got to be the hardest thing to bond with ever. So I feel for dad. That can't be easy. But it's cool that they're out here doing shit together. I wouldn't. I never did that stuff with my dad. I didn't discover the outdoors until I was like 40. Late bloomer, man. Watching the bugs fly around. I don't have as many as usual. Different kinds. It's kind of like I have different species everywhere. Every campsite I've got like different things flying around in here. No mosquitoes though. That's the important part. All flies are welcome in here, man. I won't kill none of you, except by accident. They're delicate. It's their fault. Okay. I'm going to kick back, try not to go to sleep, but yeah, I'm headed in that direction. I'll see you all in the morning. Good night.